What's going on, everyone? Ains here from Season Gaming, and today we're going to be taking a look at this, which is the new Gears of War Special Edition bundle from Controller Gear. So this is a custom Gears of War controller with a stand and charging station in the theme of Locust. And if you watch the channel and you watch our podcast, you know that we're pretty big Gears heads, and so we've had a lot of Gears collectibles, controllers, as you can see behind me, some of the consoles and prior controllers, and so we're going to see how this one compares, and just see, you know, what the quality is like. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this is a limited edition set from Controller Gear, and if you're familiar with Controller Gear, they also make a lot of these stands that match some of the prior custom controllers. So this really shouldn't be anything new based on what we've already seen previously. Now, as you can see, it's presented right above the stand right out of the box, so a really nice presentation there. You will notice right away, especially given that it's now December, with the Xbox Series X and S out now, that controller with the new console is slightly modified. It's a slightly different shape, a little smaller. It has the share button in the middle. The only negative I've heard about this is that this is based on the prior generation controller. So this is more like the the standard controller we've seen for the past few years now. Alright, so right away, really like the design. It's exactly what you would expect. You know, there's nothing too unique here. So the only thing I noticed that's unique at the back here is it still will take the AA batteries or the charge pack if you want to do that, but it's got a little extra way to get that out on the back with a little crimson omen, of course. One thing I am noticing right away, so these prior controllers from a couple years ago, they this is the JD one, and of course the Gears 4 Xbox One S there. Over time, they've added little niceties to the controllers, including some grips on the triggers, grips on the handles, and things like that that started with the Elite controller. What I'm noticing, you notice those when they moved to Gears 5. So the Gears 5 Xbox One X, which is just sitting right off screen here, has these little trigger grips. It has grips on the inside of the controller when you're holding it, and it just makes it slightly nicer while you're holding it or playing for extended periods of time. First thing I'm noticing right away with this controller gear is it actually doesn't have those things. So there is a very, very light texture on the inside of the grip here. But it's it's almost smooth. You can just barely feel it. But there are no grips on the triggers or anything like that around the rest of the controller. As I was saying, similar to other Controller Gear products and stands, this is the charging station you should be familiar with. You know, it sits like that. You put the battery pack in the controller. It obviously models well, kind of completes the full design of the controller, and you know, you can display that as I have around my room. Now, also part of this bundle, which obviously you should get for the price, right, is an actual battery pack. So they include the charging battery with this bundle, which just pops right in the back here. So their custom battery pack just slots right in the back, exposes the charging port, as you can see, so that when you put the case over it, like so, it can sit on this custom charging stand and charge via USB. So let's pull this out. Got your standard documentation here, as you would expect, and here is your plug, and you know, that goes underneath into the controller here at the back. So just plugs in the back, long cord, relatively straightforward. One nice little touch, if you're familiar with Gears, of course, this is designed primarily after Rom, the Locust General, and he's sitting on the bottom of the box. So nice little touch there. So this is a nice little bundle. What I would say is that if you're a fan of Gears of War and you collect things like the consoles, the controllers, etc., this is a bundle you'll want to get your hands on. It is a nice package. It's a nice little display thing that includes the battery pack and the charger and the station. However, it is the last generation Xbox controller. You don't get the new features like the share button. And for the price, it is pricey. It's retails for $169.99, $170. And so a controller, a stand, and a battery pack for $170 is a lot of money. And so I think they went a little high there. I don't think it should be that much. And, you know, if I'm being completely honest, it's probably, unless you're a really hardcore Gears of War fan, not entirely worth it. But for collectors like myself and others, you know, it's just one of those things, right? So anyway, that is the Controller Gear limited edition Gears of War bundle. As always, if you have any questions about the controller, performance, etc., anything else to do with this bundle, please let me know, leave a comment. Thank you as always for stopping by Season Gaming, and as always, stay tuned in the future.